Thank you so much for joining us today. We call this Cabin Chat with Dave and Kirsten Hart. We have our producer, our boss, Kenneth Berg, with us today. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, y'all. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm in Texas.
You are in
y'all. You know, that y'all thing, it took me a while to even say that. I was raised
from New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the y'all thing, I don't say y'all regular, but just for fun occasionally.
And you know, I
thought when I came down here, I was going to have to, get the boots. So I got the boots, I got the hat, the whole thing. And, it just doesn't work. So I limited basis. I'm still a New Yorker, I guess, at heart.
Be authentic. You know, I was born in New York and grew up in New Jersey, and everything was yo.
Yo.
So we're glad that you're with us again.
And Ken, on a side note, we've not addressed this, but speaking of New York, our mutual friend Dino, we grew up together in New York. Okay.
Yes.
He lived in the Bronx. I lived out in Long Island. We did get together. My dad was a pastor. He would play at my dad's church. He was the one who eventually brought you guys to the television program, recommending you highly. And here we are. So New York. Yeah.
We still owe him. We still owe him big money for recommending him.
He says I owe him a lot for making the connection. And he's a dear friend, and I appreciate his ministry and what he's done for all of us. Yeah.
If you all are going, Dino Kartsanakis, everybody knows him.
We need to interview him sometime too.
Totally, that would be fun.
That would be great. So I got to tell you what happened to me today. I have a part-time job at a church, and my secretary was sitting in my office. We were having a little snack, and I said, "Have you seen our television program yet?" And she said, "No." So I brought her chair around, and on my laptop was showing her Eretz Israel, and we got to the dramatic reenactment, and I have them right now, but I got goosebumps watching the dramatic reenactment today. They're just phenomenal, and you're the one that hires the Israeli actors. You probably do the scripts and everything. It's just phenomenal, and I just want to give a big shout out to you for what you do on our program with that. How'd you get started in doing those? How do you find the actors? So many questions about all of that.
Well, this, lack of better words, is the command center here, my office. Everything is kind of written on the computer here, all the scripts for the drama. And, I don't know how it all began, or frankly, even what our first drama was, but they've all, like you say, been an integral part of what we try to do.
Yes.
Kind of set the tone for the program with the drama reenactments, and then let either Zola or when he passed away, then it became Miles and Catherine Weiss, and now Jeffrey Seif, who will expound upon that drama. Yes.
Right. Just phenomenal, Hollywood style.
Well, you literally have Israeli Hebrew speaking actors and actresses. How do you, are you a talent scout? How do you literally find people?
Yeah, I depend a lot on my Israeli producer to find people. A lot of them being friends. We don't have that much money. We don't have a Hollywood budget. So, the friends would step in, grow a beard very often. Very often they were just hired because they had beards. They weren't necessarily great actors, but in time we finally got a casting director, which I use now. So, I think it's important. The church, unfortunately, has lost much of the richness of the Bible by not understanding that it really is a Jewish story. So I have felt to keep the authenticity, even the more important to have them speak in Hebrew, as they did originally, as did Jesus, as did the disciples.
Yep.
So we've casted 2 or 3 Jesus types, I guess, over the years. But, I've got right in front of me here an artifact that might be of interest for everybody, which you can see here. Does this look familiar to you at all, what this might be?
10 Commandments? No. Is it? No.
The original.
It's become known as the House of David Stone.
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay.
Found near Tel Dan, which you've been to very often.
Yes.
And we interview the one who this is an art. This is a facsimile. Obviously, it's not the original, which is in a museum. But it's one of the first references made to David outside the Bible, where it says Beit David, house of David. This has become, again, a facsimile, one of the most important finds ever in Israel to verify the reality of this David, not only person, but the house of, the continuity, the strain of David, and what that led to its importance today. Beit David, that's Aramaic.
Right, which is so what they spoke. Totally. I'm sorry I got it wrong with the 10 Commandments.
So the reason why this was made, getting back to the dramatic reenactments, we had a reenactment of an archaeologist finding that stone. I don't remember what series it was in. It was like 15 years. I've done 1,000 programs, so I can't remember every one. But anyway, he digs and he takes the dust off this thing. He looks at it, and so the archaeologist, when he first showed us the original one, he went in. He said it came out with this milk crate, and in the bottom was his stone, the original stone that he had just found it like a week earlier, and he could hardly keep his excitement. He was so excited about the finding of the stone that verified the house of David and the David name. So yeah, that was an exciting time for us.
Well, I know you're always really busy when you're over there. Have you ever done a dig?
I have been on, I have been occasionally, putting cameras aside, gone down, I guess, and taken a spade to something or other. Obviously never found anything, but it is an intriguing subject, archaeology, and
they're still
verifying
today. They're still finding artifacts and
tons.
Yeah.
The city of David, we go there every time on tour. I'm sure you filmed there, but
sure,
it just keeps growing. Every time we go there on a tour, they found more. They found another ancient road, another ancient walkway and tunnel.
Right.
That's the, I was gonna say, the beauty of Israel, but the constant amazement is that they keep discovering new things that prove whose land it is.
Yeah.
Stone. Unreal.
I think fairly recently they found another Dead Sea Scroll, a portion,
unreal,
small elements of another scroll that had never been found before.
Yeah.
Again, all verifying that what the Bible said is accurate and true. It really did happen. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, I want to go back to dramas one more time. I know that you credit the Lord for directing the people that you put together. Esther, that wasn't just you. God put that together, and she's just phenomenal, as well as so many. I know that you credit the Lord for directing all of that to happen.
Right. Yeah. Esther is one of my favorite series that we've done. She had a beautiful voice. I don't know if you've heard this one song that she sings. Maybe we could roll that in now.
ישמור את נפשי
I have to really look to the Lord before we do any of this. And Lord, please bring the pieces together. And miraculously, He does. I mean, you guys are, for instance, you're another element that the Lord's brought together, and it just goes on and on and on. Just when we think that's over, this can't go on.
Yeah.
Somebody shows up. Everybody here in my office, I feel very talented and gifted people. Andrea, the two editors downstairs who are working during the week to edit the programs, Clayton Herring, another producer on the program. All of these people just were there at the right time.
Well, what's incredible is you produce and direct a program that literally goes around the world, but you have this little handful of, your office staff is not huge. You don't have 15 producers for each segment, but you guys have done it for decades. And I always say, shoestring budget, but boy, you bring it. You always do.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing about dramas. I keep going back because it's so great. Any funny stories while you were filming over there with your Israeli actors? Or interesting stories? Anything happen? I don't know.
Getting back to Zola, if I could, that was always, Zola was a very witty human, very human in many ways. Things would go wrong, and he'd get very upset. He had some weight issues, and we had to kind of buckle him up with a cincher sometimes, kind of a girdle thing. And I remember it popping during one of our takes, just kind of exploding. And he got unnerved, and we had to stop the production at the time to find another way not to show areas of his body he didn't want to be seen. But
I remember one that we were filming, interviewing someone, and a blackbird was in a tree and would not shut up. We were throwing stuff at the bird, and
we were singing with chores. We were all singing, and this bird just wouldn't stop.
He was a loud one.
Hey, I see on your computer screen a gorgeous photo. We want to come back, but the next Cabin Chat, you are world famous for your photos and your artwork. So can we talk with you more about what's on your computer screen right behind you?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Love to.
Okay. And real quick though, tell us about, come on, it's in the shot. It's just gorgeous. Your David Hart.
David Hart.
That's probably original too, isn't it? An original.
Yeah, next time. Yeah. Not original, but a facsimile. Yeah.
I think I need that right here since my name is David. Right here, it would fit really well right there.
Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that real quick, where you found that? It's beautiful.
Well, I didn't find it. I bought it from people who make the Hararis. Have you heard about the Hararis? They're pretty famous in Jerusalem or outside of Jerusalem. They've been making harps like this for many years. I have number 5, is actually dated number 5. It's like 30 years old.
Ooh.
And
oh, wow.
Obviously I can't play. It could be tuned, I guess, to sound closer to what David would have had to deal with.
But that kind of is a replica?
That is a replica, pretty well, of sorts. They fashioned their own design to some degree. But, the Star of David here, and
amazing.
10 strings. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 10-string harp. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And we're I think everyone should know that we're so thankful for you, for your vision, for your insight, for listening to the Lord with all that you've done throughout your life. We're not done. I don't know if it's going to be next week or in a few days, but we're going to chat with you again. But we want to know about Ken Berg, your eyes, and seeing your eyes. You're seeing how you see the world, especially Israel.
Yeah.
Thanks, all right,
Ken.
Ken. Thanks for visiting with us and your stories.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Bye.